Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. So in this video, we're going to go over the weekly watch list for April 25th, 2022. Can't believe it's been almost 4 months since the start of the year, and we've seen some volatility, right? Kind of saw this big swoop down, bounce, new lows, bounce, right? Faked everybody out, and guess what? Now we're kind of retesting the new lows again. Right now we're at the 60% or the 70% fib from this move over. So it's kind of do or die from this point, because we are making higher highs, higher lows. On the bigger picture, right, because we took out this high, we were in a downtrend, took out the high, and now we're pulling back within this downtrend. But me personally, I don't believe it. I think we're going to new lows. I called it about a month and a half ago that I believed we were in starting a recession, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this. I think this is kind of the new levels of what we're playing around with. I think we're going to come back and look at how perfect this 200% just from this leg of the bounce, right? Draw a fib extension, and the 1618 and then the 200 matches up with these lows. I actually think we are going lower. I think I've called it for a while. I said 4,000 even last week. I said I think we could kind of maybe roll back over, and it took till the late end of the week. But guess what? The last 2 days were pretty bearish. This is a bearish move. It's Friday. Usually whenever you close at the lows on Friday, you will see move lower come Sunday/Monday. So we will see what happens, but I do believe we are going to go lower. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to find support and resistance levels, check out my weekly S&P Emini trade zones. Links down below. $99 one-time payment, and that's a lifetime access. I've been doing these zones for about 7+ years now, and I also include a 2-hour video course on how you could draw your own zones intraday, right? The kind of the whole nuts and bolts of how the trade zones work, so you could kind of have a better understanding of why my zones work so well. So again, links down below in the description, but let's jump right back into this video and let's take a look at the NQ. Okay, with the NQ, we kind of blew through that 70% fib, right? So let's get rid of this. And let's draw some new fib extension levels. I'm going to go from this high to this low, right? Because we had the, if you guys know, I call it the check mark, right? Or the Nike swoosh, come down, rally back up, right? And then fall again. And so let's see where this takes us. Well, we closed right at the 127.2. The 1618 would be new lows on this entire move. And then ultimately the 12, we'll call it the 12,300 level, which is also the value area high if we zoom out, and a low volume node on the market profile. So keep an eye out for those levels. That's where I think we're ultimately going with this. And if you think about it, if we extend this trend line to the right, okay, then it all kind of matches up perfect right at that 12,300 level. So that's what's going on with the NQ. Let's take a look at crude oil /CL. Crude oil, kind of nowhere. We are in a very tight wedge, so watch for either a break up or a break down. If it's if you ask me, I think it's going to be a break up. This is a bullish bull flag. I think we're going to 150 still. So we will see what happens with crude oil. Next, we have a Bitcoin / BTC. Bitcoin kind of rolling over. Look at this, same thing as the market, kind of rallied to the 127, but now we're breaking down to the downside, potentially head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Here's our neckline right here. So it will be interesting to see what happens if we just take this, right? We're kind of breaking down from it. We tried to bounce and then broke again. If we take out this 38,000 level, I think watch 37 and then eventually down to 35 and then farther. So we will see what happens there with Bitcoin. Next, we have GLD. Kind of sideways, again, pennant forming, right? If we look at the bigger picture, watch for a break either down or above on that side. Let's take a look at silver. Okay, silver, kind of sitting right on this downtrend line. So if gold and silver are going to rally, we have to bounce at these levels, or at least for silver. So that's what's going on with silver. AAPL. Let's take a look at the Fang stocks because, as you guys know, this is kind of what leads the market, right? Because they're so heavily weighted. Look at this, came right down to the 1618. Do we keep falling, go back to the 200? I believe so. That'll probably happen next week, and then maybe a small bounce, but eventually I think Apple's going to crack. Like I said, I think there's too many things wrong with the economy. With Fed rate, I think it's going to slow everything down. We will start seeing it in earnings. We'll start seeing people probably guide lower, things like that. So we will see what happens with Apple. Let's take a look at Amazon, Amzn. Okay, kind of that channel. I said last week, hey, whenever you're sideways, kind of break out and come back into a channel, watch. We're probably going to the other end of that channel, and that's what it looks like we're doing. So I think a little more downside for Amazon, probably down to the 2,700 level. Let's take a look at Netflix, NFLX. They got crushed this week, right? Kind of missed numbers. They've been in a downtrend ever since November when they kind of hit their all-time high. Kind of just taking steps lower. I think below 200, we're going on Netflix. Google, let's take a look at GOOGL, Google L. GOOGL. Right? Google L kind of broke down from this level. So this is kind of broken. So we finally see a crack in the chink armor, right? Coming down to the 127, probably the 1618, this low volume node would be a good place if you're looking for a bounce around the 2150 to 2200 level. So, and then let's take a look at Msft. Okay, again, they have earnings coming out, I believe, next week. But again, here's what you're playing around with, right? Maybe a potential breakdown, right? Lower highs, lower lows. So keep an eye on this. I think around definitely the 214 is a great buy zone if they miss on earnings or something like that. So hopefully that helps. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the S&P Emini trade zones. The links down below in the description. $99 for a lifetime subscription. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon.